Lagos, the city that never sleeps. A place where dreams are made, hearts are broken, and secrets rarely stay buried for long. With its noisy traffic, flashy lifestyle, and endless hustle, Lagos is the kind of city that keeps you on your toes. From the smoky suya joints in Yoba to the luxury boutiques of Lekki Phase 1, from the endless Danfo horns in Ojulegba to the glittering nightlife of Victoria Island, this city carries a dual soul, half survival, half showbiz. In Lagos, everyone's chasing something: money, fame, love, or revenge. Behind every smiling face is a hustle. Behind every tinted car window is a story. And in the middle of it all, blending into the crowd yet somehow standing out, lived Sandra and Daniel Eze, a couple who looked like they had figured it all out. They lived in a gated estate in Oja, surrounded by tall fences, security guards, and neighbors who barely said more than "good morning" but knew everything happening behind each gate. Sandra ran a successful interior design business online and managed the home like a CEO. Daniel was a senior consultant in a tech firm on the island, sharp suit, sharp car, sharp lies. Together, they looked like the picture of Lagos success. A power couple. The envy of Instagram. But in Lagos, appearances are often a scam. Marriages collapse in silence. Cheating hides behind business trips. Smiles mask betrayal. And while Sandra was busy being a supportive wife and mother of two, for 10 years, Sandra believed she had it all. A loving husband, 2 beautiful kids, a cozy home, and a marriage most women envied. She was the type of woman who gave everything: love, loyalty, sacrifice. Sandra is a woman every Lagos babe secretly admired. Beautiful, smart, classy, and incredibly hardworking. Sandra was the true definition of a Lagos big girl with brains. She owned a thriving interior decor business that serviced high-end apartments across Ikoyi, Lekki, and Victoria Island. Her Instagram was filled with elegant designs, smiling clients, and tasteful aesthetics. She was the kind of woman who could walk into a room and command respect without raising her voice. Her husband, Daniel Eze, was just as impressive on paper. A senior consultant at a multinational tech firm in Victoria Island, Daniel was known for his intelligence, sharp dressing, and easy charm. Together, Sandra and Daniel were what people in Oja called the golden couple. 2 beautiful children, 2 SUVs parked side by side in their compound, and a house that looked like it belonged in a magazine. On the outside, everything looked perfect. But Lagos is not the kind of place where perfection lasts. Behind the freshly painted walls of their duplex was a story that would shake the entire estate and echo across social media. Because while Sandra was busy building a home, Daniel was busy tearing it apart. Like many Lagos men who think they can eat jollof at home and still sneak out for pepper soup outside, Daniel made the foolish mistake of thinking he could cheat and get away with it. But what he didn't know was that his wife wasn't just a businesswoman, she was a woman with fire in her bones. And when she found out the truth, the entire city of Lagos would feel the heat. It started like most betrayals do, in silence. One night, Sandra noticed Daniel had started hiding his phone. Not just locking it, but now he carried it even to the bathroom. Calls ended abruptly when she walked into the room. New colognes, new shirts, and the sudden urge to work late 3 times a week, and whenever he is at home he is always on this phone, no special moment as they used to have. At first, she dismissed it. Maybe work is really tight, she told herself. But the signs kept growing louder. One Saturday, while cleaning the bedroom, she opened Daniel's laptop bag and found something that made her heart stop. A red lace pant. Not hers. Not even her size. She held it in her hands like it was evidence from a crime scene, and in a way, it was. Her fingers trembled, but her face remained calm. She didn't scream. She didn't ask questions. Because she already knew. A man who once begged her for attention now barely noticed her new hairstyle. Sandra didn't cry that day. She sat down, called her cousin who worked in cybersecurity, and calmly said, "Clone his WhatsApp. I want to see everything." 2 days later, the messages started coming. There she was, Tracy, her husband's secretary at his workplace. A younger, louder, flashier girl with long nails and empty brains. No wonder the sudden late-night walk and almost everyday emergency meeting, she told herself, "I miss your lips, baby," Tracy texted. Daniel replied, "Can't wait to feel you again." Sandra read it all. The voice notes. The hotel bookings. Even a short video where Tracy wore Sandra's favorite silk robe, laughing like she owned the house. That was when she knew that her husband not only take her to the hotel but also bring her to their matrimonial bed. That was when something inside her snapped. She didn't confront Daniel. She smiled, kissed him goodnight, and began planning revenge. Sandra knew Lagos. She knew that disgrace in this city was more painful than poverty. And if Daniel wanted to play games, she was ready to show him what a woman scorned in Lagos truly looked like. Sandra knew she had to strike hard, smart, and where it would hurt the most, Daniel's ego. Lagos men can handle poverty, but public disgrace, never. And Daniel had built his whole life around image, Instagram posts, LinkedIn achievements, power couple weddings, and business class airport check-ins. Sandra decided she wouldn't just catch him, she would humiliate him in a way that would echo through the streets of Lagos like a Nollywood blockbuster. The perfect opportunity came sooner than expected. Daniel was planning his 40th birthday celebration. He wanted a big one. "Babe," he said, "I want something classy at a lounge in Lekki, not too noisy, just close friends and business associates." Sandra smiled, playing the lawyer wife. "Of course, my love. Let me handle everything." He had no clue the woman sitting across from him already had screenshots, videos, and a full guest list prepared, with Tracy's name boldly highlighted. Sandra reached out to a popular Lagos event planner through a fake account and booked a cameraman, a DJ, and even a projector. Her cousin handled the tech, editing the most damning videos and WhatsApp messages into a neat little 5-minute horror movie titled, "Happy Birthday, Daniel, starring your side chick." She sent anonymous invites to certain social media influencers who specialized in gossip. She even called Daniel's mother, pretending to be sweet, "Mama, please come early to the party. It's going to be unforgettable." Sandra also makes sure that Tracy was invited. On the day of the party, Sandra dressed like royalty, an emerald green lace with golden girly wrapped like the crown she was. As she looked in the mirror, she whispered to herself, "He wanted fire, now he will burn." Her 2 kids were already at her sister's place. Her lawyer had the divorce papers ready. The account they once shared, empty. Sandra wasn't just about to end her marriage, she was about to give Lagos something it would never forget. The lounge was glittering. From the gates to the last chair, the place screamed luxury. Balloons, lights, a live band playing soft Afrobeats, and trays of small chops passing from table to table. Sandra made sure everything looked perfect, because disgrace tastes sweeter when it comes in a golden cup. Daniel arrived looking dapper in his agbada, flashing his teeth like the king of the night. Friends, colleagues, church members, and even his pastor were seated. And then, she arrived, Tracy. Skin glowing, makeup loud, gown tight, and attitude heavy. She walked in like a peacock, thinking the night belonged to her. Sandra watched her from the far end of the room, sipping zobo with a slice of lemon, calm like a lioness before the kill. After the meals were served and the drinks were flowing, Sandra stepped up to the stage. She took the microphone, smiled sweetly, and the room went silent. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to celebrate my wonderful husband. Daniel, you are a blessing to so many people, she began. Daniel blushed. Tracy giggled. Tonight, Sandra continued, I have a special birthday video to show. A story of love, betrayal, and lace pant. The crowd laughed nervously. The projector lit up. And then, boom. The screen exploded with scenes of Daniel and Tracy kissing in a hotel room, rolling on bed sheets, whispering sweet nothings. Voice notes played next. You're the one I truly love, Tracy baby. Sandra had timed it perfectly. The room was dead silent. Tracy stood frozen, mouth wide open. Daniel's eyes bulged like boiled eggs. One auntie screamed, "Blood of Jesus." Then the lights came back on. Sandra dropped the mic, walked to Daniel, handed him a brown envelope with the divorce papers, and whispered, "Your birthday gift. You can share it with her." Then she walked out like a queen. Social media influencers were already live tweeting. By the next morning, Lagos was on fire. Blogs exploded. Headlines like, Ojo wife drags husband and side chick on his 40th birthday, trended from Twitter to TikTok. Videos from the party circulated like pure water in traffic. Comment sections filled with shock, laughter, and praise. Tracy tried to defend herself online but was dragged so badly she deactivated her Instagram. Her employer, a high-end fashion company, fired her the next day for brand-damaging behavior. Daniel. His company quietly placed him on indefinite leave. His face was now the poster boy for disgrace in Lagos. People who used to greet him with respect now whispered as he passed. Some even recorded him when he went to buy bread. His life had crumbled like chin-chin under heavy stone. Meanwhile, Sandra was flourishing. She moved into a new serviced apartment in Chevron Drive with her kids, surrounded by peace and privacy. Her interior business doubled in clients. Everyone wanted to patronize that strong woman. She launched a YouTube channel and podcast titled Wife, Not Fool, where she shared real-life stories of betrayal and healing. Women across Nigeria sent messages, "You saved me, you gave me strength, you showed us how to fight back without losing our dignity." Daniel tried to apologize. He showed up one rainy afternoon, drenched and humbled. "Sandra, I made the biggest mistake of my life," he cried. Sandra looked at him, calm and composed. "You had a home, a woman, and a future. You chose foolishness. Go and enjoy it." She shut the gate, leaving him standing like a lost dog. And from that day forward, Sandra became a legend in Lagos. Not just because she caught her cheating husband, but because she reminded every woman watching that betrayal should never be tolerated, and sometimes, the best revenge is public, painful, and permanent.